know, I can't change the wind. I can't change how they do qualifications. So I had to be okay with it and just come out here and know I had to do another race.
Like, at what point mentally did you feel like you had kind of reset?
Honestly, today, like, it was real tough for me. I had a lot of personal stuff going on right after the race, so I didn't really have time to decompress, you know, get my head wrapped around it. I had to go handle other things with my family, so it was a lot for me to come back out here today, but I had to get the job done.
And so just how'd you feel like you executed?
I felt good. You know, the plan wasn't to go out here and run a super fast time. Just wanted to control the race, the first 120, run with my teammate Kenny, and just see where we were from there. And we were in control of the race, so we kind of just, you know, cruised through.
It looked like you came off the turn though really
Yeah, I felt real good about that. I was checking my position and where I was, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. So after that, I just put it on cruise control, and then we got through.
Is there a motto or like words of advice when you're trying to get through a struggle in your career that you often lean to?
I mean, I think it's part of life, you know. We have ups and downs. This sport is a big lesson to that. We have so many ups and downs in this sport. I was told as a young guy, this sport is a roller coaster. As much as you have the highs, you're gonna have the lows too. And you always gotta try to bounce back, you know. I always like to give myself 24 hours to process things and go through whatever emotion, whether it's good or bad, and then after that, you gotta redial in. So I give myself grace to give myself time to go through my emotions, and after that, it's time to lock back in.
What do you do to kind of get back into that mindset, right? Or where do you find the positivity to be able to find the happiness when things are going south?
I think about everything, all the work I put in, my family's here, you know, my coaches, my teammates, my team, and people watching me, you know. I feel like I'd be a more of a disappointment than anything if I just gave up. And that's the big thing with me, you know, I can't give up. I've been doing this for 7 years now, so the biggest thing for me is just not give up, you know. I've seen so many people and they're like, I'm so glad you're still doing this, because a lot of people don't have the heart, or they just don't have the capabilities to keep coming out here and doing what they do. And I'm glad you do, and that's what I take pride in.
Anything you're kind of taking away from that 100-meter event? Any kind of like wanting to change for the 200? Or are they just two separate events and that's how you're treating them?
I wish they go and change some of the qualification results and how they pick it, but you know, like I said, I can't control that. I just got to come out here and next round get top 2, and don't put it in the officials' hands, or don't put it in anybody else's hands but my own.
Just curious, how much does, you know, having your son, you know, always, you know, potentially one day looking up to his dad and knowing that he was a professional track athlete kind of help you in these moments, knowing that you've got a kid to obviously be able to put your best foot forward every time you take a step onto the track?
Oh man, it's good. I just seen him before I went out there. He's in the stands, he's smiling, cheesing, he's, you know, flexing for me. And that's what makes me happy, because it's like, no matter how I do, how I feel about how I perform, what my time is, if I win or lose, he's right there smiling. He's happy to see me out there. And I just want him to know that, you know, or see that his dad was out there giving it all he got and he had fun with it. So I think that's all I can give back to him, just for him to see that.
Just curious, how much does being a father kind of changed your outlook at track, or just outlook at life, you know, over the last couple of years, you know, raising a kid like that for the first time?
Honestly, a lot of people say they get more serious into that, but I feel like you brought a little bit more joy into it, you know? Every day, if you guys have children, you know, every day they change. You know, some days they might be happy, some days they come and they talk your ear off, but you gotta be ready for that. You know, you gotta always show them the same joy. So it's something to look up to for them. So I think that places the track to where, like I said, I don't take anything too high or too low. I'm out there, I'm always smiling no matter what happened, having fun with it, and that's just important to me, because that's what I gotta show my son.
What's the most interesting thing, I'm just curious, your son has ever told to you that you remember at this time? What does he say?
Oh man, just like a couple weeks ago, I had let my hair grow back out black, and he was at California with my mom, and he calls me, and he's like, Dad, what color is your hair? I'm like, black. He said, black, why? I'm like, oh, I'm letting it grow. He said, no, I want green. So it was real funny to me, and I had to go back green for him.
Congratulations.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.